Gombe State Executive Council approves multi-billion naira project to strengthen water supply, roads and security. Governor Inuaya flags of LCDA in Wenge, pledges befitting palace for my Tula as Tula's long wait ends. Welcome to 25 News. My name is Patricia Kalopsambo with the details of the news. The Gombe State Executive Council, presided over by Governor Muhammad Inuaya, has approved key projects targeted at boosting infrastructure, enhancing security, and improving service delivery across the state. The decisions were reached at the Council's 52nd meeting and announced during a press briefing coordinated by the Commissioner for Information and Culture, Mijinyawa Ardo. Today, correspondent Shaibu Umar completes the report.
Addressing journalists, the Commissioner of Water, Environment and Forest Resources, Mohammed Said Fau, said the Council approved the rehabilitation, upgrade and reconstruction of Malam Inner Water Supply Scheme in Gombe. The project will also extend water supply to Livestock Development Zone and adjoining communities. The contract was awarded to Jidadu Ventures Limited at the cost of 24.269 billion at a completion timeline of 18 months. The Council also approved 7.07 billion for the upgrade of equipment and installation of dedicated power lines at the Dadunkowa and Tabra booster stations. The project will be handled by Ceylon Construction Services Limited within the same 18-month period. In a related development, 23.33 billion was approved for the construction of solar power plants at the Dadunkowa Water Treatment Plant and the Tabra booster station. The contract was awarded to Off-Grid Electric Limited.
So with all this, I'm very sure in the long, not distant future, Gombe State will be able to have stable water supply. But I want to call on the citizens of Gombe State. If the water becomes stable, the meters will be installed. And please, we will be expecting you to be paying for what you consume.
On security matters, the Commissioner for Finance and Economic Development, Mohammed Gambo Magaji, disclosed that the Council approved the commencement of a monthly contribution of 1 billion to the Regional Security Trust Fund of the Northern State Governors Forum to strengthen security across the region. He added that 500 million was also approved as Gombe State contribution toward the construction of the Forum's permanent secretariat in line with resolution reached by member states. In the area of food infrastructure, Council approved 18.5 billion for the construction of the 19.9 kilometer Marabang Kwaji Jagali to Jarawa, Maikaho, Ando, Dandela to Dasa Road, including 1.5 kilometer of stormwater drainage in Yamal to the local government area. The project is expected to be completed within 12 months. Speaking on urban development, the Secretary to the State Government, Professor Ibrahim Abubakar Njodi, announced the approval of a comprehensive road and street naming project, including the installation of sign edges and house numbering within Gombe capital. The initiative is scheduled for completion before the end of 2026 at the cost of 5 billion naira. Also speaking, the Commissioner for Agriculture, Animal Husbandry and Cooperatives, Dr. Barnabas Malle, confirmed approval for the development of a 184-hectare agro-livestock development zone valued at 56 billion. He explained that the zone will comprise an ultra-modern abattoir, an international livestock market, an international grains and feed market, an inland dry port, a leather processing factory along with perimeter fencing and other essential facilities.
Today's sitting, the Council, in its own wisdom, approved the construction and development of that livestock area.
The Council says the approval underscores the state government commitment to economic growth and improved living standard of the people of Gombe State. Shoaib Umar, GMC News.
Thank you, Shaibu Umar, for that report. Governor Muhammad Inuaya of Gombe State has pledged to construct a befitting palace for the Maitula as part of effort to strengthen traditional institutions, promote good governance, and foster unity among the people. The governor made the promise during the groundbreaking ceremony for the construction of a local government development council area in Wenge, Tula Chiefdom. Correspondent Shaibu Umar completes the report.
Governor Inua Yahaya said the establishment of a development area will bring governance and development closer to the grassroots, enhancing service delivery and accelerating socio-economic growth in the area. He recalled that Tula once served as the headquarters of the defunct Tangalawaja Native Authority until early 1970s when it was moved to Billiri.
Domin nan kusa kaɗan siyasa za a shiga, na tabbata kuma siyasa ana yi don mutane ne, kuma mun yi muku halarci. In Allah yadda a nan kusa ana yi wannan ana ƙara gidan sarki, sannan kuma duk sauran bukatu insha Allah za mu biya su. Allah shi taimake mu.
The people of Tula also noted that although Tula was granted a local government in 2002, under the former governor Abubakar Hashidu, the arrangement was short-lived. They said people of Tula had long yearned for the restoration of a local government structure, describing the creation of the Development Council as the fulfillment of a long-standing aspiration under this administration. They say the people of Tula will remain appreciative of government intervention, particularly the construction of historic Bambam Yiri Road, which they said has improved connectivity and economic activities in the area.
I'm overwhelmed, seriously, because I'm happy and I always appreciate the leadership of this government.
We have not expected that we'll get something like this, but we pray that God will make it that in the way that it will be the progress of this.
Wannan abun ba mu zata za mu gan shi ba, amma Allah ya yi a zamanin mu za a yi shi, kuma yau gashi nan mun gani muna alfahari da wannan gwamnan nan ya share mana awaye.
It will be recalled for 2 decades the Maitula has been ruling without an official resident. The proposed palace, according to the governor, will provide a permanent and dignified seat for traditional ruler and enhance the status of institution. In their remarks, community leaders pledged continued loyalty and support to the governor's administration while seeking forgiveness for any past misunderstanding.
We want to appreciate the government of Gombe State for this thoughtful initiative. We pray that this LCD will be permanented to a full local government.
Ranka dai addu'a ɗaya mutanen Tula suke maka. Bari ayyukan nan da ka fara, Ubangiji Allah ya baka dama ka samu magaji da zai dafa ya kare mutuncinka ko ku yi zaman lafiya shi ma ya shekarun da ya kamata.
They assured him their relationship with this government will continue to grow stronger in the interest of peace and development. Meanwhile, the construction of the Daja Gundali Road in Shango local government area has relieved residents of the area and surrounding communities from decades of hardship. The chairperson of Shango local government area, Hajja Fatima Binta Bello, along with some residents, expressed appreciation to the governor for this historic intervention.
From 1999 till today, Shango has never witnessed a massive infrastructural project in any form till during his time. So that's why we all came out with our children, with our grandchildren. Everybody is happy to celebrate the success of this project.
Muna kiran shi ya kawo mana magaji kamar shi haziki mai kokari da tsayawa akan matsalolin talakawa da al'umma. Gaskiya gwamna Allah saka masa da alkhairi.
Shekara 16 alkawari suka dinga mana wadda muke sammani da su mana har suka tattara suka koma. To sai ga APC gwamnati ta zo ta ba mu wannan hanya.
Shaibu Umar, GMC News.
Thank you for that report. A stalwart of the All Progressive Congress, APC, in Yamal-Tudeba local government area, Alhaji Yusuf Garibonadabo, has described the administration of Muhammad Inua Yahaya as inclusive and committed to serving all citizens of the state. Alhaji Nadabo made the remarks while speaking with our correspondent on the recent approval of the road project linking Kwage Junction to Chagali, Jarawa, Maikaho, Tando, Andela, and Dasa in Yamal-Tudeba local government area. He also lauded the governor for approving the upgrade of equipment and the installation of a dedicated power line at the Dadinkowa water project, aimed at improving water supply across the state. The APC stalwart further commended Governor Inuwa Yahaya for establishing the Muhammad Buhari Industrial Park, constructing schools and hospitals, and creating the new local council development areas of Dadinkowa East and Dadinkowa West, with headquarters in Dadinkowa and Zambuk, respectively. Alhaji Yusuf Garbonadabur affirmed the continued loyalty and support of the project of the people of Yamoto Deba to the policies and programs of the present administrations in Gombe State. The Sardaunan Gombe Dr. Jamilu Gobna has felicitated with the Muslim Ummah in Gombe State on the occasion of this year's Ramadan fasting, urging them to extend support to the less privileged in the society. In a press statement issued and signed by his media aide, Ibrahim Sani Shawai, Dr. Gobna described Ramadan as a sacred period that goes beyond abstaining from food and drink. According to the statement, the Sardaunan Gombe noted that Ramadan symbolizes compassion, generosity, and spirit of giving, particularly towards the weak, needy, and vulnerable. Dr. Gomna also called on the Muslim faithful to seize the opportunity of the holy month to pray for peaceful coexistence in Gombe State and Nigeria at large. He further reminded the Muslim Ummah to dedicate themselves to acts of worship and demonstrate commitment to prayers in order to attain Allah's mercies and forgiveness. The Sardaunan Gombe prayed that Allah will accept the ibadat of the faithful, forgive their shortcomings, and grant them Jannatul Firdaus. Gombe State West District Church Council, DCC Gombe, DCC Women Fellowship Conference has ended with a call on Christians to remain steadfast as they await the second coming of Jesus Christ. Delivering a sermon at the closing ceremony, the guest speaker from Ekwa Church Bogo, Reverend Gaius Isua, urged participants to brace up spiritually in preparation for Christ's return. Drawing his message from Revelation chapter 1 verse 1 and Isaiah 25 verse 8 to 10, Reverend Isua reminded the women that God will ultimately destroy death and wipe away the tears of the faithful. He stressed that everyone will receive rewards according to their deeds, whether good or bad, and assured Christians of God's succor in the face of life's challenges if they remain spiritually steadfast.
Abinda yake cikin wannan nasi, Allah ta wurin Yesu Almasihu yana magana domin waɗanda ya zaba domin su gaji mulkin Allah tun daga nan duniya, su shiryar da kansu kafin dawowarsa na biyu, su zama a fadake, kar su sha kudu da abubuwan da za su hana su zama mutanen da Allah ya zaba, domin Allah ya kebe su su zama daban a duniya, kar su shigar da kansu cikin abubuwan da zai bata rayuwarsu, ba za a shaida su yayan Allah ba.
During the conference closed, the Gombe West DCC Chairman Reverend Saidu Kwari tasked the women to maximize the lessons learned for the benefit of their families, neighbors, the church, and society at large. In her message, the Gombe West DCC Women Fellowship leader, Mrs. Howard John, commended the women for the good conduct and challenged them to put into practice the teachings received. The chairman of the Central Planning Committee, Mr. Jeremiah, appreciated all who contributed to the success of the conference. Some participants from Tumfre and Gombe LCCs, Mrs. Saraya Amos and Mrs. Rabitu Ilya, said they were inspired by the teachings and expressed hope of applying the lessons for positive change in their respective communities. The conference, with due participants from 7 LCCs, featured songs, ministrations, special offerings in support of widows, and teaching on couple relationships with in-laws delivered by Dr. Hannatu S. Chaudo, as well as a session on gender and legal implications by Barrister Naomi. Civil society organizations in Gombe State have been urged to embrace transparency and accountability through effective self-regulation mechanisms. The call was made at a 2-day training organized by the Gombe Network of Civil Society Organizations, GONET, for civil society groups across the state. In his remarks, the chairman of GONED, Mr. Yusuf Ibrahim, said the initiatives aim to ensure that civil society organizations in Gombe State operate within acceptable standards while maintaining independence through hybrid and self-regulatory approaches.
We build the capacity of our member organizations to comply with the minimum standards so that it will give them eligibility and also legal backing to operate within the context of our law in the country.
Some participants interviewed, including Adamu Mohammed Yerma and Monica Kalto, described the engagement as timely, noting that it would improve their internal systems and foster stronger collaboration with media. The training ended with a renewed commitment by stakeholders to uphold best practices and work collectively towards strengthening civil society operations in Gombe State. The training, held at Forsyth Conference Hall, focused on the theme Self-Regulation Framework for Civil Society Organizations and the role of the media in sanitizing the public on approved CSO hybrid and self-regulation. Participants were taken through an overview of CSO self-regulation concepts, benefits and modalities. Sessions included a deep dive into the approved CSO hybrid model, the role of the media in sensitizing the public on approved CSO hybrid and self-regulation, Nigerian CSO minimum standards of operation, civic space dynamics and compliance challenges, as well as self-assessment compliance tools. The training also highlighted the role of the media in educating and sensitizing the public on approved and compliant civil society organizations. Resource persons emphasized that responsible journalism can help distinguish credible organizations from unregistered or non-compliant groups, thereby protecting civic space and promoting accountability. To end the news, a recap of the stories that made headlines. We reported that the Gombe State Executive Council, presided over by Muhammad Inuwa, approved key multi-billion naira projects aimed at boosting infrastructure, enhancing security, and improving service delivery across the state. The decisions were reached at the Council's 52nd meeting and announced during a press briefing coordinated by the Commissioner for Information and Culture, Mijinyawa Ardo Tilde. We also brought to you a report that Muhammad Inuwa pledged to construct a befitting palace for the Maitula as part of effort to strengthen traditional institutions, promote good governance, and foster unity among the people. The governor made the promise during the groundbreaking ceremony for the construction of a local government development council area in Wenge, Tula Chiefdom. And that wraps up our news for today. Thank you for staying with us.